Welcome back to Judged by the Cover. I am thrilled to tell you about a new challenge that I am taking on. This challenge may take years. It will take years, but it's going to be so worth it. This challenge I've decided to name Shelf Unwrapped. And in this very short time, if you haven't gotten what that means yet, you will see behind me that I have wrapped every single book on my physical TBR randomly, numbered them, put those numbers in a jar, or in a mug. Starting in January, I will draw at least one a week, read it, or DNF it, who knows. And that's how I'm going to get through my physical TBR. My friends and I joke a lot about how I'm very death by physical TBR because I have so many books that I want to read that I own, and I keep buying them and I keep not reading them, and then I'll read books from the library or something else, and keeps growing and growing and growing, and it's gotten to the point where I'm overwhelmed, but I have books I want to read, so this is how I'm going to read them. Starting today, January 1, 2026, I will be drawing numbers from this cup. Now, just random numbers. What will happen is I'll draw a number, say it says 62 or 79, depends on whose handwriting it is. So I'll draw a number, say 68, I'll find number 68 on that shelf, and then that's what I'll read that week. And if I finish it, I can draw earlier, but the goal is to do at least one a week. On average, I read 100 books a year, so this still leaves room for new books, new releases, library books, audiobooks, things like that. But I will read at least 52 physical books off of my TBR. In the end, there are around 250 books on my shelf, so if I do only 50 a year-ish, that will take me 5 years. I would like to finish in much shorter than that, but we'll have to see how that goes. If I don't like a book, I can DNF it, although we all know that's not my vibe. But at that point, if I do DNF it, I will literally just trade it in. If at any point I DNF a book in a series, I will completely unhaul that series. The way that series were numbered was a work of many brain powers. So we had a lot of ideas, but in the end, when I say we, me, Abby, and Sive worked on this together because I could not have wrapped all of these books on my own. Me, Abby, and Sive decided that the best way to do it would be to give a series a number and then letter them as well. So if a series has 3 books, it's number 64, it will be 64 A, B, and C. And then the number 64 will be in the cup 3 times, and so each time I draw 64, I'll just read the next one in the series. When I read the book, I'll unwrap it, read it, put it back on the shelf where it was, because it will be satisfying to see as this goes along. Now, how is this done, you ask? First, my books were originally organized by genre-ish, and in alphabetical order by author's last name after that. So I divided the books by what I have that I've already read or don't want to reread, anything like that, over on the shelf over here that y'all can't see. And then I took books that I have to read at any point because I have an anticipated release coming out soon, or a movie's coming out that I want to go see and I need to read the book first, or it's a book that I've been dragging my feet reading, something like that. Those are all on a smaller shelf over here as well. And then with all of the books that were left that I wanted to read, I put them on the shelf if I wanted to read them, but I also unhauled 50 books. So I have a big box that I'm going to trade in for some credit to buy more books to add to my physical TBR. I had 6 rolls of tape and 1 roll of brown packing paper to start, which we quickly realized would not be enough brown paper, and we ended up using 3 more rolls on top of that. Also, supplies, had scissors, a Sharpie, and some, white paper to cut up and put the numbers on. I started doing it by myself. And quickly realized I would need to call in the reinforcements, and they showed up. I worked for an hour before Abby got here, and then Abby and I worked for an hour together, and then when Sive got here, the 3 of us worked for 5 more hours, aside from going out to get more brown paper and coffee. So the next day I had to finish up a few more books because I ran out of brown paper again and had to go get the fourth roll by myself. And in the end, all together, we spent 8 hours on this project. Was it worth it? We'll find out. So for videos to follow along as I'm doing this journey, obviously we have this video to start it out, and then I'll do a video in years when I'm done. And then every time I draw a number, I will do a short. So the short will just include me drawing the number, picking the book, unwrapping it, showing you what it is, and then an update after I finish it to talk about if I liked it or not, what happened to it, if I kept it, how many stars, you know, that. So thank you for watching and joining me as I unwrap my shelf.